Many doctors from Pakistan believe that moving to Australia is either impossible or very confusing, particularly in the case of pediatrics, because there are a lot of misinformation available online. If you are a FCPS pediatrician in Pakistan, you have completed your training and you are thinking to move to Australia, so this video is for you. Many doctors think either FCPS is recognized in Australia. The simple answer to this question is yes, FCPS is acceptable in Australia, but it is acceptable for the assessment. You cannot start working over here in Australia after FCPS as a consultant, but you can apply for the assessment of your FCPS, and based on that you can enter into Australian healthcare system on the specialist pathway. Now you must be thinking, what is specialist pathway? This is a pathway that is designed for the international medical graduates who have completed their postgraduate training and they are working as a specialist in their home countries. For pediatrics, the assessing authority is a division of Royal Australian College of Physicians, and that division is called as PEDS and the Child Health Department. They compare your FCPS training with Australian postgraduate training of the pediatrics and they decide how comparable you are. Basically, when you submit your application and documents to RACP, they check your documents and after that they arrange an interview with you. So based on the interview, based on the documents, then they decide how much comparable you are, and then they give the decision in the 3 forms. So the worst could be not comparable, which is very rare in the case of pediatrics. Most common outcome after the FCPS in Pakistan is partially comparable. Most of the candidates get this outcome and that's very nice. And best from the all outcome is substantially comparable. This is very rare after the FCPS training in Pakistan. So as I told you, most of the doctor after FCPS, they get partially comparable outcome, and that is very good. And based on that outcome, they are able to work under the supervision in Australia. So based on your document submission, based on your interview, they decide like your comparability, and they also decide either you just need a work under the supervision, either you need a written examination, or you need an interview as well. Let's talk about the required documents. As I told you, your outcome depends on the documents submitted and your interview skills. They are very important part of the video, and most of the candidates get confused over here. First of all, you need primary medical qualification, that is your MBBS, and you will need a degree of your MBBS, and you will need transcript from your medical school as well, and you have to get this degree verified from the EPIC. Second document required is the postgraduate qualification. So you need 3 documents from the postgraduate qualification. Number 1, you have to get the pass certificate of the pediatrics FCPS. You need result notification, and you also need a training completion letter from CPSP. Based on your document submission and interview skills, they give you an outcome. For example, you have got the outcome of the partially comparable, and in that case what happened, they also decide either you need just a training under supervision, or apart from training you have to go for exams as well, or apart from the training, apart from the exam, you have to go for the OSCE as well. It all depends on your document submission, it all depends on your interview skills. And please keep in mind, in these letters you have to ask CPSP to mention either you were full-time trainee or part-time trainee, and you have to mention your start date, end date, your scope of work, and all the skills which you have gathered. And please do not forget to get verified this postgraduate qualification certificate from the EPIC as well. Apart from that, you will need separate certificate from all your rotation during your pediatric training. You must prepare all the rotation wise summaries, for example from neonatology, from PICU, from general pediatrics, from PEDS emergency, from community pediatrics, or from the PEDS psychiatry if you have done any rotation over there. On each certificate of each rotation, you have to mention the department, the duration, the responsibilities, the on-call duties, the skills which you have learned from that. You will also need a logbook as well. So from each of these rotations, you have to mention the cases which you have managed during those rotations in that logbook, which is very important. So that was all before the completion of training. Now you have completed the training and you have worked as a consultant in some hospital, particularly in tertiary care hospital. So you will need an experience certificate from the tertiary care hospital or from the other hospital where you have worked as a consultant, where you have worked independently and you were taking the decision for the management of the pediatric cases. Another important thing is supervisor references. You have to take 2 or 3 references. It could be either before the completion of training and it could be after the completion of training where you work as a consultant independently. You can get the references from your supervisors or from your HOD in the department where you have worked as a consultant after the completion of training. After that, the important thing which we always ignore in Pakistan is the CPD or CMERs. You have to give them the details of all your activities which you have done to acquire knowledge. You have to give the details of any of the audits which you have done, any of the workshops, any of the researches, any of the community awareness programs, whatever you have done, you have to give them the details. And the last but not the least, you will also need a good standing certificate from PMDC or PMC, whatever is working at the moment in Pakistan. So when you submit the application for the assessment of your training in Pakistan, what happened? They give you an outcome, and based on the outcome, once you get an outcome, you will be able to apply for the jobs. And when you will apply for the job, after you acquire the job, then you have to apply for the AHPRA registration in Australia. So your hospital will help you in applying for the AHPRA registration. So to apply for that AHPRA registration, you will be in need of an English language exam. It could be either IELTS, it could be PTE, or it could be OET. Whatever you want, you can go for that. And once you apply for the AHPRA registration, so after that getting AHPRA registration, then you will apply for visa and you will land in Australia. You will start working over here. Let's talk about the most important part, how much expenses you are going to do on this specialist pathway. So the first process, as I told you, you have to submit the application and you have to apply for the assessment to RACP. So to apply for the assessment, the cost is almost 1300 to 1700 Australian dollars. In the meantime, when you apply for the EPIC verification of your MBBS degree and postgraduate training, they also charge you money, and that could be somewhere between 500 to 700 Australian dollars. To apply for the AHPRA registration, you need an English language test, and if you want to go for the OET, the fee is 582 Australian dollar. If you want to go for the IELTS, it's 470 Australian dollars. After clearing the English language exam, definitely you are going to apply for the AHPRA registration, and AHPRA registration fee is approximately 2000 Australian dollars. Once you get AHPRA registration, you have to apply for the Australian visa, and once your visa is granted, then you have to travel. So visa expenses, travel expenses, and relocation expenses are apart from that. Let me mention just one point about the jobs. As I told you, after getting the assessment, you have to do what you have to apply for the job. So you will be thinking, I was working as a consultant in my home country, so what job should I apply in Australia? So you will be applying for the job of a registrar in pediatrics, or you can apply for the job of a medical officer as well. Please keep in mind, medical officer is not like a medical officer in Pakistan. Medical officer in Australia is like over here. Let's talk about the timeline of the specialist pathway for the pediatrics in Pakistan. Please keep in mind, this is not a process like you are going to start today and within 2-3 weeks you will be here in Australia. No, this is a slow process. It takes time, it takes money as well. So first of all, as I told you, you have to apply for the RACP assessment. That may take somewhere between 6 to 9 months. So after that, once you get the RACP assessment outcome, you apply for the job. Job taking can take up to 2 to 6 months, and once you get a job offer, you apply for the visa, you apply for the AHPRA registration. Both of these can take between 3 to 6 months. So overall, this process can take up to 12 months to 18 months. As I told you, you should be patient and you should be working with the documents, and you should be working with the recommendation given by your hospital and your RACP assessment. After everything, now you are here in Australia, you will be thinking like, what type of job will I be doing? So definitely, because you will get a limited registration through the specialist pathway in start, so you will be working under supervision. It could be somewhere between 6 to 24 months based on your assessment, based on your interview skills, and based on your outcome. So as I told you, you will be working under supervision, but you will be working like other doctors. You will be earning money and you will be prospering over here in Australia. Once you have completed the given period of the supervised training over here in Australia, after you come over here on the specialist pathway in pediatrics, so what will happen? Then you have to complete the recommendation which they have given you in start after the assessment. Either you have to go for the exam, either you have to go for the OSCE. But if they have told you to just to do a work-based assessment, so during this period of the supervised training, your supervisor will be doing your work-based assessment time to time, and this is very easy to do. And what will happen once your outcome or your recommendation is done, work-based assessment is done, then what will happen? You will get a specialist recognition over here in Australia, and you can start working here as a consultant. And please keep in mind, in Australia, consultants are called as SMO, Senior Medical Officer. Let me tell you an important thing. Pediatricians are very high in demand over here in Australia. If you have completed your training and you want to come over here, but if you are going to regional Australia, so what they do, they can directly sponsor you a permanent residency as well. If you are planning to come here in Australia on a specialist pathway after completion of your PEDS training, so I will suggest 4 things. Please don't do any of these things before coming to Australia. Number 1, don't go for the fake agents. Do all the process by yourself. It is very easy and all the process is self-explanatory. Don't apply for the GP pathway. You have to apply for the specialist pathway. Don't rush in this process. Don't try to rush without documents. First of all, prepare all the documents and get all the documents properly signed and write all the rotations, all the jobs which you have done regularly. Fourth important thing is don't submit poor rotational summaries. This is very, very important. You have to write all the summaries of your pediatric rotations during the training properly, and what you have learned, what you have done over there, that's very, very important. If you are a FCPS pediatrician in Pakistan and Australia is your goal, this pathway is realistic and achievable. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with your friends who are feeling like this pathway is confusing. And if you have any questions about the future videos, please mention in the comments box. Thank you very much for watching the video.